Hello, happy Tuesday to you. Unusual day for me to be doing this, I know, but it's just the way things are with this week being very, very busy. So yes, hello, welcome. I'm not sure if anyone's going to even know that I'm doing this today. I tried to put a little bit of a message up, but hopefully you'll catch up later if you don't see it. It's live. So yes, my Facebook Live video, Tuesday the 17th of July. I'll pop this up on YouTube a bit later as well. So hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me on this weird day. So I didn't do a video last week because it was school holidays. I had my two older kids home from uni, and we ended up going away for a few days. So that was lovely, all together as a family. We went to Melbourne. We saw the Museum of Modern Art exhibition at the NGV, which was awesome. So many great things there. It was so fun. Went to the movies, lots of great food, lots of fun. But then my girls flew home to Hobart on Saturday, so just the three of us at home again now, which is a bit weird. Anyway, they're all doing great, so that's good. So the reason I'm doing this today is because this Friday I won't be here. I'll be at Bendigo, so and I didn't want to leave it until the following Friday till I caught up with you all again, so that's why I'm doing it today. Alright, so what have I done since I spoke with you last? Not yesterday, but Monday last week. I went to the Hamilton Wool and Craft Guild Sharing Day, which was so much bigger, it was a much bigger event than I was anticipating. So their Sharing Day is, people from little craft groups from all around come in and hello, share their work. There were people from Dartmoor, from Casterton, from Mount Gambier, from so many places I can't remember. I have my microphone here looking at me, so I'm sorry if you can't hear. I know some people do have trouble, other people don't, so I can't do any more than what I've got. I've got a microphone plugged in here. I'm quite close, so maybe if you have some earbuds, you might help, maybe. I'm not sure, I'm sorry. Yes, but it was great. There were probably, I don't know, 70, 80 people there. I have everything plugged in. Oops, sorry. It's all facing towards me. Sorry, I really can't do anything else, so I will try and speak a bit louder maybe. Yes, so there were probably 70, 80 people there who bought lots of things to share that they've been making. That's weird you saying a very hot Portland because, oh that's great, I'm glad you can hear me, Cherie. I live close to a town called Portland and it is freezing. Oh, I'm so good. So it is just some people who can hear and some people can't. I really don't know what the story is with that, so I'm glad that it's not everybody at least. Yes, sorry, I keep losing my track. Hello. Yes, so the Hamilton Wool and Craft Guild Sharing Day, it was great. So there's lots of people there, there's morning tea, there's afternoon tea, there's lunch. There was Jenny from Shelley Wool came and spoke about her practice. So she sells wool. She's going to be at Bendigo next week too, about how she came about, you know, having the fibre that she has, that a lot of people love to spin and work with, as well as knit with. She has, you know, from the things you use to spin, I don't know the terminology, to all the way through to a processed wool. So that was very interesting listening to that. Each group brought up things that they'd been making, and there were so many things that people had spun the fibre, dyed the fibre, made something with it, felted it, embroidered it, and then were giving it away. It was amazing. There was so much knowledge and so much enthusiasm for craft, yarn craft of any kind. There was weaving, spinning, dyeing, knitting, crochet, all sorts. It was just a really fun day. I took my oldest daughter, Megan, with me. She was home from uni still. She'd never been to an event like it where everybody in the audience was working on something, knitting, crocheting. You know, there's even people spinning. They bought the spinning wheel. And she had some crochet with her. She was making some string bags. And she was really blown away. She really enjoyed being able to craft and listen in the same place as everybody else. She made lots of friends too. She would have been the youngest person there, and she made a lot of friends. a lot of old ladies who are very happy to see somebody so young involved in the craft, in crocheting and stuff. Hello, I'm so glad so many of you made it. It's a bit weird being here on a Tuesday. So that was really fun. I also gave a talk about my book, and I took some copies along, and some very lucky people managed to get early copies. So that was very lovely too. I wasn't expecting to sell quite so many copies at that event. So that was fantastic. It was a really fun day. So what else? Last week I sent my weekly email. Last week it was Testing Tuesday, and I spoke about that crochet book that I talked about last time I saw you, the Coastal Crochet. Yeah, so you've heard all about that. You don't need to hear about that. This week's email will go out on Thursday. It'll be a this and that Thursday, and I think it's just going to be a brain dump of all my swirly thoughts at the moment. So it really will be this and that, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. All right, hello. Okay, so Granny Square Flare book progress. This week, this Friday, is the release date. Hooray! Yes, I've only got a US version here with me today because it's all I grabbed quickly because I nearly forgot. So it's so good that it's actually going to be in your hands. Last time I spoke to you, I think I was expecting to go down to my little mail shop and collect the book mailers, the boxes. They didn't arrive. Such a drama. Such a drama. Anyway, eventually, last Friday, the one just gone, I got them. So they come flat packed like this. And then you've got to do all this folding stuff. I'm an expert at folding these now. So on the weekend on Sunday, my youngest and I spent most of Sunday packing up all the pre-orders. So if you're an Aussie and you pre-ordered from me, they are in the mail. They are on their way to you. So thank you very much for your pre-orders. I cannot believe how many there were. Yeah, my poor little post office. I felt so sorry for them because I live in the country. Our town is the post office. That's it. There's nothing else. I mean, there's Caravan Park down by the river, but the post office is it. And it's tiny. It's this little tiny, tiny shop. And for me to take... I basically took up half their shop with all of my boxes ready to mail out. Oh dear. Anyway, they've been very great, very graceful and very helpful with dealing with them all. So that's awesome. So they are all on their way to you now. Thank you. If you've pre-ordered from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all that sort of thing, they should be on their way as well. I don't have any control over that, but that's what they tell me, that they will be being packaged and sent close to the release date, which is Friday. So I imagine they will be very close to coming out to you. What else? So thank you to everyone who's ordered a copy, either this one or the digital copy. There's been lots of people who just grabbed the digital copy. I remember doing yours, Jenny. Did a mental hello, Jenny, as I was packing yours up. Yes, so that is awesome. This week, thank you. The first stockist of the book, I've had an order for the Unwind Craft Cafe in Melbourne in Keilor East. They're going to be stocking the book. So they haven't got them yet, but they can put an order in. So that is awesome. And there's a couple of others in the works as well. So I'll let you know who they are. Giveaways. There's going to be a few giveaways of the book, physical and digital, to buy a few different people all around the world. And the first one was launched yesterday. So Joy from Crochet Road is a Queensland lady, and she has made some of my squares, and she's done a little bit of a review on Instagram and Facebook, and she's also doing a giveaway on Instagram and Facebook. So I think I put a post up this morning. Actually, I shared her post, her review of the book, so you'll be able to, and I'll put a link to her page in the comments after this anyway, so you can go and enter that if you haven't already got a copy of the book and you'd like a chance to win one. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. What else? So I'm looking at my list. New events for the book. So I've told you I'm doing an event at Portland Library, Mount Gambier Library, Joy's Craftworks. There's a market in Portland coming up shortly, weekend after next. There's a Yarny retreat happening in November at Bridgewater, Cape Bridgewater. Great. Cape Bridgewater, that I'm possibly going to be teaching at, but definitely will be having books there to sell. But there are some other events in the works as well. I'm talking to people in Sydney, I'm talking to places in Melbourne, so as they are organised and finalised, I will let you know. So if they're places that are near you, maybe you can come along. What else? I'd love to go further afield, but logistically it's a little bit hard. I'd love to go all around the world with and talk to people. Who knows, maybe I should just put it out there and maybe it'll happen. Okay. So the biggest event, of course, though, coming up is this Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I will be at the Bendigo Sheep and Wool Show. Yay! I've got, I'm going to be at the Great Ocean Road Woolen Mill stand. Newcastle. Well, maybe. If you know of a venue in Newcastle, like a yarn shop or a bookshop or a library or something, send me an email. And who knows, I'll get in touch and who knows what might happen. Yes, so I'll be at the Great Ocean Road Woolen Mill stand at the Bendigo show. They're going to have kits for some of the projects in the book, as well as a couple of the other things that I've designed for them. You'll be able to buy this yarn here. Thanks, Amy. This is Eva. That's yarn made with Great Ocean Road Woolen Mill Suri alpaca, which is the silky one, and Tandy Polwarth. So you'll be able to buy that to make this, which is one of the projects in the book. But yeah, I've also designed a blanket and another scarf using their yarn that you'll be able to buy kits for. And they've got a few really cool specials. And I think there's a really cool competition between Great Ocean Road Woolen Mill and Tandy. I'd like to. That you'll need to check out if you're there. You spend a certain amount of money with either or both of those stands, you get the chance to win a really cool prize. I won't spoil the details for them because I don't know them particularly well, but I remember last year it was a really cool prize, so it's worth keeping an eye out for that. That's that. So I feel really bad about this. Giantess. I feel really, really bad about this because, like I've been saying, the new revised pattern is coming, it's coming, it's coming, and it's still coming. I feel so bad because in my head when I first started working on it, I thought, yes, it will be all done, end of June, will be go. We're now nearly at the end of July and I still haven't finished it. I think the reality of the book launch and the book coming out and how much work that involves, I was in a bit of denial about that. I thought I'd have all this time. Oh gosh. Barbara's just said, come to the Crochet Guild of America conference in Portland this month on the 25th. Gosh, if only. I would love to. Maybe I should have a look at their event for next year. Yeah. I'd love to. I really would. But I don't think that's going to be organised in time. Anyway, food for thought. Yes, so Giantess, it is still coming. It's actually today, after I finish this video, do a couple of emails, I will be sitting down to get as much of it done as I can. It's all the bits are done, it's just pulling it all together that needs to be done. And I just haven't had time, just with my kids home and school holidays and the book launch and excuse. It is still happening and it will be done, I promise. Hopefully next time I talk to you, I will have some more concrete news on when. Right, so that's pretty much what I've been doing. I have barely touched a crochet, oh sorry, one more thing. I have barely touched a crochet hook for the last 3 weeks, I reckon. I'm hoping next week I will get a chance to do that. Now, I know I showed you this a few weeks ago. It's my nephew's birthday this weekend, and I still haven't finished his monkeys that I'm making for him. I'm making a big one and a little one, a mum and a baby, or a dad and a baby, or whatever. All I have to do, I've done most of everything. I have got, where is it? One more leg to do, and I'm finished. So, yes. Again, another thing, tonight I think, perhaps after dinner, this is what I will be doing, finishing this off, because I've just got to sew all the bits together. which won't take long. Oh, wrong head on wrong body. So I'm just going to sew all the bits together. So that pattern is called Monkey Business, and it's by itsybitsyspidercrochet.com. I found it on Ravelry. So yes, that is the only crochet I have done. Half a leg last night for ages. Anyway, hopefully that will all change soon. So questions I've had since I saw you last. To be honest, I didn't go looking too hard because I've just had so many emails that I've just picked a couple. So someone's working on my More Than a Granny ebook, either the first or second one, I can't remember. And they are finding that some of the squares are coming out slightly different in size, which is perfectly normal, and it depends on so many different factors, which I go into in the book. If you do double crochets tighter than I do, your square will be different. So there's lots of really simple things you can do to make squares the same size. Blocking it, just stretching it out, particularly if it's a lacy one or there's lots of stitches, blocking it will do the trick. You won't need to do anything else. You can add a round of double crochet UK terms or single crochet US terms if you only need to add a little bit, or you can change the stitch type of the last round. If it's a solid round, say it's of you know, double crochets, you can change it to trebles if you need to add a bit of size. Any of those things will work. Oh, thank you. Yes. So another question I had, been a More Than a Granny ebooks questions week this week. Someone purchased both of them. I've got More Than a Granny 1 and More Than a Granny 2. They've both got 20 square patterns in them. The second one has charts as well. The first one doesn't have charts because that was the very first ebook I wrote and I didn't have the capability then. So they were wondering, why aren't there charts? Well, that's because I didn't know how to do them then. It is my intention to go back and add charts to that ebook. So if you have purchased it from me before, you'll be able to get an update for that when I do it. I'm not giving you any time frame on that. That's going to take a long time, and it's not a high priority because I've got lots of other things I need to do. So eventually one day, More Than a Granny ebook, first one, will have charts as well. But at this stage, no. So that's all the questions that I have had. So my plans for the coming days. Thursday, I'm going to head up to Bendigo so I can set up and be ready to go on Friday, because I think it's, I can't even remember, is it 9, 8:30? I can't remember what time it starts in the mornings. But I've just had a look at the weather forecast for the weekend for Bendigo. Yeah, we're going to be nice and warm in our woolies. I think there's Saturday it's going to be 0 degrees in the morning with a maximum of 11 degrees or something. So it's going to be nice and chilly. But we will all have our winter woolies. We'll all have our scarves and gloves and hats and everything. So we will be warm. Finishing the monkeys. I must finish them. Yes. What else? I think next week, because it's going to be 3 days at Bendigo, it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to be catching up with so many of you and a lot of people, a lot of friends, that I think when I come home, I am going to need some quiet time. I found being in Melbourne, because we live in the country, we're not used to people and crowds. Like, I grew up in Melbourne, I know, I've lived it. But by the end of the 3rd day in Melbourne, we were all a bit tired of noise and lots of people, and we needed some quiet. So I think next week I will probably have some downtime. Perhaps I will just sit on the couch and pick up my hook and catch up on My Handmaid's Tale and all the other shows that I've been missing out on because I just haven't had time to sit and watch. So hopefully I'll do a bit of that. And that's about all I have planned. So next week I should be back to doing a Friday video schedule again, hopefully. And yes, I think that's about it. So that's all I have. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. If you know of a place near you that you think would benefit from me coming to have a little bit of a chat, workshop, book talk, email me. Send me an email, Shelley@spincushions.com, with their details, and I'll get in touch with them and see what happens. You never know. That's one thing I've found. If you don't ask, it doesn't happen. So I'm not shy about asking. People say no, they say no. It's okay. So I'm happy to approach anybody. So let me know your local places, and we'll see what happens. But I think that's about it for me today. If you have any questions, email me, Shelley@spincushions.com, or comment on this Facebook Live post or YouTube that I uploaded a bit later today. And I'll get back to you. So there you go. That's me for today. Thank you so much for popping in on Tuesday on a different day. And I will see you very soon, hopefully at Bendigo. Yay. Bye.